Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. It's the end of the month, so I'm back with another thrift haul. And I want to start with a piece that initially felt a little bit out of my comfort zone. As someone who usually sticks to a pretty minimal aesthetic, especially when it comes to textures, I tend to keep things pretty simple. But lately, I've been drawn to off-the-shoulder sweaters, and this one immediately caught my eye. But it's the texture that made me think twice. I'm not even sure how to describe it, but it feels very nostalgic, like something straight out of the 2000s. And I vividly remember having sweaters like this as a kid. And that's also why I like it, that it is so unique. And while it has a preppy vibe, pairing it with something more rugged like jeans gives it a nice balance and keeps it from feeling outdated. And honestly, I think this might be my favorite find from this haul, simply because I don't have anything like this in my wardrobe. Plus, during the winter, I often get a little bit bored with my minimal aesthetic. Practicality tends to take over, but this sweater feels like the perfect way to shake off my winter blues. It's cozy, but also has just the right amount of playfulness. Next up is a pair of black boots. I've been on a bit of a mission to find the perfect black boots, and over the past few months I've added a couple of options to my wardrobe. And for context, I've been on a no-buy when it comes to new clothing for the past 4 months, and instead I've been using thrifting as a way to experiment with styles, so that when I invest in a piece I know exactly what I need and what I want. And one item I've been searching for is a black pair of heels that work for everyday wear. And these boots were definitely a lucky find. They have such a beautiful toe shape and a minimal heel, which I love. And I know I get a lot of wear out of them, but after trying them on and styling them, I realized I need a pair that is a bit more chunky with a lower leg, so that I will want to wear it for work and so on. And if you stick around until the end of the video, you'll get to see the pair of boots that finally convinced me to break my no-buy. But that said, these boots are still a great addition to my collection, and I'm excited to see how I will style them in the future. This next piece was a little bit of a gamble, a long denim skirt I found in the sale section for just €2. And honestly, the price is what sold me, but I also couldn't resist the washed color. It's somewhere between a brown and a grey, which gives it a casual, effortless vibe. And the skirt was definitely well worn and way too big when I got it. But after making my video about wearing skirt over pants, I've been obsessed with that look. And I thought this would be a great addition for a less polished, more relaxed take on the trend. And after some alterations, it fits me perfectly. And I absolutely love the little details, the little non-functional pocket near the bottom, for example. It's subtle but adds just enough character while still feeling minimal and sleek. And that said, I'll need to do more alteration and add a split to the skirt, because as it is, walking in it is a bit of a challenge, but overall I'm so happy with how it turned out. When it comes to skirts, a black one will always be my favorite, and I'm curious to see if this piece will become my new go-to. It's originally from Cos, but I found it on Vinted, and even though I already own a few similar styles, the unique design of this one completely won me over. And what sets it apart are the 3 adjustable splits, each with its own zipper, 2 in the front and 1 in the back. And these little details make the skirt incredibly versatile, allowing it to be styled in so many ways. For instance, when I pair it with pants, I'll probably unzip all the zippers. Not only is that the most comfortable option, but it also lets the pants show through, adding a little bit more texture and detail to the look. And on days I wear the skirt on its own, I likely mix things up, experimenting with different combinations of zipped and unzipped splits. And I love how this skirt gives me endless styling possibilities, while again still being sleek and minimal. It's been quite a while since I last picked up a vintage blazer. They've become less of a prominent piece in my wardrobe. I used to wear blazers constantly, but eventually got a bit tired of them. However, this one made me reconsider, and what drew me in was how light and soft the fabric is, making it feel much more relaxed than a typical structured blazer. And the color is also stunning. It's also a mix between brown and grey with a tiny vertical blue stripe that adds a fresh, subtle detail. And I do need to get back into the habit of styling blazers, and this piece feels like the perfect one to experiment with. I'd pair it with a loose oversized trousers in a similar fabric and finish the look with some chunky heels. And that said, I'm also considering altering this blazer. While I'm a bit hesitant because the construction is so well done, I think I'd wear it a lot more if it were slightly shorter. And another option I'm excited to try is cinching it in with one of my belts for a more tailored look. But either way, this blazer feels like a piece that could bring blazers back into my everyday style in an updated way. You might recognize this next piece. It was the first thing that I thrifted this month. It was a bit of a gamble because I don't typically wear short skirts, but this one ended up inspiring me to create a video all about styling skirts over pants. And what really makes this piece work for me is actually its length. The fact that it's so short actually makes it more comfortable for layering. And it is a wool blend and originally from H&M. And I'm not sure what year it's from, but I'm generally impressed by the quality. It feels much more premium than I'd expect from H&M. And although this skirt might not be the most versatile item in my wardrobe, I'm so excited to keep repeating this exact outfit combination over and over again because it consists of items that I already wear a ton, but the skirt adds that detail that I sometimes lack in my more comfortable looks. The last item might not be the most exciting piece, but it's one of those wardrobe staples that I know will come in handy for layering. It's a very lightweight cardigan originally from Zara, and while I'm not sure how much use I'll get out of it during the winter months, I think it'll be perfect for transitional weather. I can already see myself wearing it over a tank top or t-shirt, paired with maybe a more slouchy pants for a more relaxed vibe. And these are the kind of items I'm not too keen on spending a lot of money on, so finding this at a thrift store was definitely a win for me. I also tried wearing it backwards. That's something I try out with almost all my pieces, and I definitely need some styling, but I do think it will work. If you can see this with a handbag and maybe with some jewelry, some necklaces, I think it will be perfect. And last but not least, I have these boots. They are not thrifted, but I wanted to include them because they mark the end of my quest for the perfect pair of boots. And these beauties are from Miista, and they check all the boxes for me. They have a heel, but they're still incredibly comfortable, which is such a rare find. And the toe design is also super interesting, and they've got just the right amount of chunkiness to make them perfect for everyday wear for me. It was a bit of a splurge, but I'm so happy that I waited it out until I found the perfect boots. So that was everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite piece is, and I hope you have the best new year. It's the end of the year, and I'm so appreciative of everyone who's here and who's been watching this. So again, thank you so much for watching.